Prelude from The Shepherd's Hunting by George Wither. Read for LibriVox.org by Krista Zaleski. Seest thou not in clearest days oft thick fogs cloud heaven's rays, and that vapours which do breathe from the earth's gross womb beneath seem unto us with black steams to pollute the sun's bright beams, and yet vanish into air, leaving it unblemished fair? So, my Willie, shall it be with detraction's breath on thee? It shall never rise so high as to stain thy poesy. As that sun doth oft exhale vapours from each rotten veil, poesy so sometime drains gross conceits from muddy brains, mists of envy, fogs of spite, twixt men's judgments and her light. But so much her power may do that she can dissolve them too. If thy verse do bravely tower, as she makes wing she gets power, yet the higher she doth soar, she's affronted still the more, till she to the highest hath passed, then she rests with fame at last. Let not, therefore, thee affright, but make forward in thy flight, for if I could match thy rhyme, to the very stars I'd climb, there begin again and fly, till I reached eternity. But alas, my muse is slow, for thy place she flags too low. Yea, the more's her hapless fate, her short wings were clipped of late, and poor I her fortune ruing, am put up myself a mewing. But if I my cage can rid, I'll fly where I never did, and though for her sake I'm crossed, though my best hopes I have lost, and knew she would make my trouble 10 times more than 10 times double, I should love and keep her too, spite of all the world could do. For, though banished from my flocks, and confined within these rocks, here I waste away the light, and consume the sullen night, she doth for my comfort stay, and keeps many cares away. Though I miss the flowery fields with those sweets the springtime yields, though I may not see those groves where the shepherds chaunt their loaves, and the lasses more excel than the sweet-voiced Philomel, though of all those pleasures past nothing now remains at last but remembrance, poor relief, that more makes than mends my grief. She's my mind's companion still, maugres envy, evil will, whence she should be driven to, were't in mortal's power to do. She doth tell me where to borrow comfort in the midst of sorrow, makes the desolatest place to her presence be a grace, and the blackest discontents to be pleasing ornaments. In my former days of bliss her divine skill taught me this, that from everything I saw I could some invention draw, and raise pleasure to her height through the meanest object's sight, by the murmur of a spring, or the least bough's rustling, by a daisy whose leaves spread, shut when Titan goes to bed, or a shady bush or tree, she could more infuse in me than all nature's beauties can in some other wiser man. By her help I also now make this churlish place allow some things that may sweeten gladness in the very gall of sadness. The dull loneness, the black shade that these hanging vaults have made, the strange music of the waves beating on these hollow caves, this black den which rocks emboss overgrown with eldest moss, the rude portals that give light more to terror than delight, this my chamber of neglect, walled about with disrespect. From all these, and this dull air, a fit object for despair, she hath taught me by her might to draw comfort and delight. Therefore, thou best earthly bliss, I will cherish thee for this. Poesy, thy sweet's content, that ere heaven to mortals lent, though they as a trifle leave thee, whose dull thoughts cannot conceive thee, though thou be to them a scorn, that to naught but earth are born, let my life no longer be than I am in love with thee. Though our wise ones call thee madness, let me never taste of gladness, if I love not thy maddest fits more than all their greatest wits. And though some too, seeming holy, do account thy raptures folly, Thou dost teach me to contemn what makes knaves and fools of them. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.